Hello students, today's class of immunochemistry deals with primary and secondary immune response. The response of the body to the pathogen is known as the immune response. So whenever a foreign particle or an antigen enter into a body, the body will respond to it, and that process is known as the immune response. Now, the immune response are of two types, humoral mediated and cell mediated. Both humoral mediated and cell mediated immune response again are of two types, primary immune response and secondary immune response. So, in today's class, we mainly deal with primary immune response and secondary immune response. So, when an antigen will enter into our body, the body will automatically show response to it. The first response produced by the body against that particular antigen is known as the primary immune response. So, sometimes we will be taking some injection to this antigen. Okay, for example, poliovirus. In that case, we will be taking the injection. For any type of antigen, we will be taking some sort of injection. And in response to that first injection, the antibody will be produced in our bodies. So, the first injection of the antigen producing primary immune response is called priming dose. Okay, and the antibodies produced by that immune response is called antibody titer. And it can be plotted with the help of a graph, and it is known as immune response curve. And the curve obtained for primary immune response is called primary immune response curve, and that for the secondary immune response is known as the secondary immune response curve. So, first taken injection is known as the priming dose, and the reaction of the antigen antibody can be plotted with the help of the immune response curve. And always the curve will show a sigmoid curve. Okay, the sigmoid curves are produced, and different phases are there in the sigmoid curve, namely the lag phase, log phase, stationary phase, and decline phase. And we will deal with each one of this. The first phase is the lag phase. The lag phase is the phase formed immediately after the priming dose. Here the amount of antibody produced is very low because the injection has just entered into a body, and the body just started reacting against the antigen. Now, after a short lag phase, the antibodies started producing in our body, and this phase is known as the log phase. So, this portion is the log phase. Here, the amount of antibody produced in the body will be more, and it is that or the antibody titer will rise steadily during the log phase, after which a stationary phase is obtained. There, normally during this period, antibody titer is stable. That is, there is no increase or decrease in the amount of antibody. Then gradually the production will decline and leads to the decline phase. So the log phase is comparatively longer when compared to lag phase, and then come the stationary phase, which is a stable phase, then start declining in the production of antibody. So this is the primary immune response. Now, after the primary immune response, another response which acts is the secondary immune response. So, the immune response produced by the same antigen entering in the body for the second time is known as the second or subsequent time is known as the secondary immune response. And the injection of the same antigen for the second time is called the secondary dose or the booster dose. Here also the same phases are produced. That is, 4 types: lag phase, log phase, stationary phase, and the decline phase. So this is the primary dose. and this curve is the secondary response curve. Both are of sigmoid curve. So when compared to the action of the injection, the primary response is comparatively shorter than that of the secondary response. So this is the period of the primary response. Here we take the first injection of the antigen and the antibody started producing in the body, after which they decline in the that is decline phase, during which there will be steady decrease in the amount of antibody produced in our body. Now here the second injection, after the second injection, again the same process, that is lag phase, log phase, stationary phase and decline phase will be produced in our body, during the period of which secondary response is quite longer when compared to the primary response. Then here the phase, that is the first phase, lag phase. The lag phase is comparatively shorter in the during the secondary response when compared to the primary response. Okay, because here the organism will respond to it very quickly, and there is a very short or negligible lag phase. Now, following this lag phase, there is log phase. This period is quite longer when compared to the primary response. Then, after which the stationary phase is formed, here the level the level of antibody produced is quite stable. Then starts the decline phase, and the stationary phase is followed by the decline phase when the antibody level decreases very slowly. And the secondary immune response is actually a catalogue of all the foreign material that the humans has come in contact with over the last several years. Okay, and the primary and secondary response depends mainly upon, varies depending upon the antigen as well as health of the organism, etc. For example, the primary response and the secondary immune response for poliovirus is quite different for in case of hepatitis. So depending upon the antigen, the antibody reaction will vary, and the antigen antibody reaction is very specific also, and depending upon the mode of antigen, the health of the organism, the phases also varies for different types of species. Okay, so this is about primary immune response and secondary immune response, and both the response are shown by both the type of immune response, that is cell mediated or humoral mediated. Normally two types of mechanism of immune response are there, cell mediated and humoral mediated. We will come to it in coming classes, and here both type of both the mechanisms show both type of immune response, that is primary and secondary immune response. Thank you.